Okay, so we're doing week 14 of Tuesday. If you haven't tried it on your own, pause and try it on your own first. It won't hurt you. It will only help you. Okay, so I'm going to move on from Monday. I'm going to look at my Tuesday. I'm looking for the simple subject first. So it's who does the verb. And then I look for my verb next. But the verb I already labeled and it's easy. So I'm going to go ahead and label my verb here. And I have to think about whether it's transitive or intransitive. Did he bring something? Yeah, he brought his pen. So that's transitive because it was done to something. And then who brought his pen? Now it's not boys. The boys did not bring his pen. One of them brought his pen, so that's the subject. If you went boys, that's an understandable mistake, but be careful and make sure everything makes sense when you say it. So that's the simple subject. That's the verb, transitive. We didn't have any other verbs. No one else is doing that verb, so we are done with that part. Let's move on to prepositional phrases. We know the preposition from Monday is going to start a prepositional phrase. The noun that goes with it is going to be the OP. For what? The lesson, that's the OP. We're going to put that now. Since we've got it grouped, we have to decide as a group, does it act as an adjective or an adverb? So does it tell us what kind, which one, or how many of something? Or does it tell us how, when, where, or to what extent? It's sort of how. It's kind of more answering why. But between the choices, it's much closer to an adverb question because we know it's about bringing it, not about the one. So we're going to call it an adverb prep phrase. And then we're going to, that was the only preposition we had, so that has to be the only prepositional phrase. And we're going to move on to complements. Direct and indirect objects follow action verbs. We did have an action verb. So to find the direct object, we say subject verb what? One brought what? They brought the pen, so that's our direct object. We do have a word in between them, which is where the indirect object has to fall, so we should check our help pages. And it says, to find it, you say subject, verb, direct object, to or for whom, or what. So one brought the pen for whom. They didn't bring it for his, so there is no indirect object, and that's okay. Predicate nominative and predicate adjective both follow linking verbs, so that we don't have one because we did not have a linking verb. A positive is where something gets renamed. I don't see that, so we can't have a positive phrase. Now, no one was being spoken to. We don't have any of these, so we're down to the complete subject. We need to underline it once. So one, I'm sorry, I totally missed a prepositional phrase. On Monday, that should be a preposition. So on today, of the boys is a preposition because that's the OP that goes with of. Totally missed that I hadn't done of on Monday. Sorry about that. So now, what is of the boys described? Does it describe brought or won? It's one. This is which of one you're talking about, right? So that's an adjective prep phrase. Whew, I think I'm hurrying too much. I keep messing things up here lately. Okay, so which is obviously talking about which one, right? So it goes with it. Of the boys is describing one, so it goes with it. Brought is the verb, so it's got to be twice. His pen is what he brought. His, we know, describes pen, so it goes with it. For today's writing lesson, we already said that's an adverb prep phrase. It describes the verb. So it goes underlined twice. So I did all the underlining at once, but it told you how to do it right here. And as far as I know, yep, we're done with Tuesday.